Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer, caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
Our town, a place for new beginnings, stalwart pine trees, reuniting with old friends. Whether you find yourself here for a ball game, a wedding, or just to catch up with those you love, we want to invite you to be a guest on our front porch, a place to sit back and watch the world go by, a place where time seems to slow down. Our home away from home. Welcome back. Captain Henderson House, now accepting reservations.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
And welcome to Ouachita Softball here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Live here from Sully Anderson Field. I'm Chris Gay, joined by Chris Babb. And we have the second of the second of the doubleheader here between the Tigers of Ouachita Baptist University and the Cotton Blossoms of Arkansas Monticello. This will be the second game of this series. The third game will conclude tomorrow here at Sully Anderson Field. Well, Ouachita did not come away with the win in the first game. It was a blowout by Arkansas Monticello, 18-2 in the previous game. Ouachita looking to kind of bounce back from that one. Take a look at some of the stats from that game. It was a major offensive output by Monticello. Were 25 total hits by the Cotton Blossoms compared to only 6 by Ouachita. Leaders of, there were a couple. Hannah Holbrook had 5 hits in that game, and definitely some production that they will look to repeat here in this second game. Up to bat now for Cotton Blossoms is number 10, Hannah Holbrook, the senior. Senior from Forney, Texas, out of Forney High School. Count is 2-0. Pitching for Ouachita. As we get our stats up here is Maggie Huddleston, the junior. Transfer from Central Baptist College in Conway, making her first appearance here today. .30 is the count. And she's going to walk to first. And now bases with 1 at first. That being Holbrook. Second up to bat for the Cotton Blossoms is number 8, Adriana Erickson, freshman. The center fielder had a solid game earlier today. Erickson, a freshman from Coppell, Texas, Coppell High School. On deck for the Cotton Blossoms is number 20, Grace Neal. And that one's going to be foul tip behind him.
Chris, you look at the the line score from that last game. It was that big fourth inning, a 3-2 game after 3 innings. Monticello had the lead in a 10-run fourth inning where Ouachita just couldn't get out of it, and that was obviously the big difference. They added 5 in the 5th inning, but it was that one big inning that really hurt Ouachita.
And that one's going to go over her head, and Holdbrook is going to run to second, take advantage of that high pitch by Huddleston. Huddleston is 1-3 on the season with an ERA of 6.15. Count is 3-1 with a single runner on second. And she's going to walk another. And now we have runners on first and second for the Cotton Blossoms as Grace Neal coming up to bat. Neal is a 5'5" junior from Cabot, Arkansas, Cabot High School. As I mentioned, she had a phenomenal game in their previous matchup. Had 3 hits, 4 RBIs. And 4 at-bats.
Called strike there is the first time Huddleston's been able to get ahead of a batter in these first 3. We talked about momentum in the middle of that first game, and a lot of times if you're UAM, you had such a big offensive output, you're going to try to come out and just score some early. Ouachita really needs to keep that to a minimum and see if you can get out of this first inning without UAM continuing that offensive momentum.
0-2 count with 0 outs on the board. And a swing and a miss, and that is the first out of the inning of this game here by Huddleston.
It's a good pitch, Chris. Just on the outside part of the plate, Neal was going for it. An aggressive swing or 2 strikes, but Huddleston just put that one in a perfect spot.
Huddleston waiting for a signal. And right down the middle, and that's strike 1. 0-1 count. A little high. That will be ball 1 on the count, 1-1. Well, as we mentioned, it was an offensive output by Monticello in the first game. Ouachita looking to take that away, as what a catch in left field by number 23, Shelby Smith. What a phenomenal catch. That one looked like it was going well out of bounds. She was able to come away with that catch.
Yeah, Smith getting the start in left field, a freshman from Waco, Texas, Midway High School. It's a good job of knowing the field, knowing how much room you had left, putting the right hand out there and making that catch, and the runners were not able to tag either.
And that one's going to be ball 1 as Smith's catch leading to the second out of the inning. Runners still on first and second. Erickson on first, Holdbrook on second. As we have Sophie Wood at bat, and now we have runners advancing second and third now, after Williams couldn't come away with the hold. One is the count. That one's outside. Will be ball 2, 2-1. with 2 outs. And that one's hit to third. And a great play there by Washita. What a phenomenal play by Jesselyn Ahrens at third, making a great diving catch. And then throwing it all the way across the field to Holloman to tag out the runner at first.
And first and second, you couldn't ask for a better chance to make a double play. Ahrens backhanded the ball, landed on the bag, and was still able to stand up and throw across the diamond for the double play.
Well, we'll be right back with Washita now going on offense. So stick around for that with more Washita softball on the way here on Washita Sports Digital Network.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer, caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
And welcome back to the Washita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law. Washita now going on offense here. Still in the first inning. Up to bat for Washita is number 2, Hope Wade, the center fielder. Pitching for Monticello is number 25, Kyan Woods. And whoa, what a catch there by number 17, Cammie Walker. A fantastic play, heads-up play by the shortstop.
Yeah, it's a good contact by Hope Wade. It was a very good play at shortstop by Weeks going in the hole. Take a look at the starting lineup maybe after this pitch. Shelby Smith getting the start today. A couple of new names in that Washita lineup.
And that one's going to be a strike there for Smith. Smith's going to let that one drop. 1-1 is the count. Smith, 5'6" freshman from Waco, Texas. And that one's going to be a foul tip. 1-2 is the count with 1 out. On deck for Washita is number 26, Aaron Williams, who is second on the team in batting average. And Smith's going to let that one drop and be a good decision. 2-2 is the count. Kyron Woods is 3-0 so far on the season. And that one's going to be ball 3. Full count here.
Yeah, new names in the starting lineup for Washita. Hope Johnson, we saw her in the circle. She'll be the DP. Kendall Fomby Bell getting her first start this year. Rebecca Holloman will play flex. She's going to play first base only, but there you see the starting lineup for Washita.
And that one's hit right to the infield, and that's going to be the second out. Good play again by Cammie Walker.
That one was a little bit easier for Walker. A nice high hop. Was able to field that one and the throw over to retire Smith.
And you can see our Washita starters. Aaron Williams, third in the lineup. A phenomenal batting average on the season as she swings and misses at that first one. The 0-1 count with 2 outs. That one a bit high. 1-1. 1-1 is the count. And a swing and a miss by Williams. Just a second strike, 1-2 count. And that one's hit way into right field. I think that one, and it looked gone from my angle, but it is an easy catch there for Kennedy Cox. And now the possession arrow flips to Monticello here as they have a chance to get on the board here at the top of the second inning. We'll stick around for more Ouachita softball here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
I'm Nicole Auerbach from The Athletic.
Hey, this is Alex Pruitt with Sports Illustrated Magazine.
This is Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Kranick of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field for more Ouachita softball. The second game of this doubleheader here on this Saturday evening. It was definitely pretty nice, and it's still been a nice day so far for softball, especially since we've had a collection of some crummy days here in Arkadelphia and throughout the state, much of the same.
It's a perfect way to put it.
And we might have some more crummy days ahead of us later in the week as that one's fouled off to about to the ditch there.
Oh, it just landed. It was ready to spin and just stop there on the hill, but it did land in the dirt. She's going to have to reach in there and grab that muddy ball off.
Well, up to bat for Monticello. Number 18, Maddie Fledging. And Fledging's hit's going to be foul behind her. Will be 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fledging was 2 for 4 in the first game, had a solo home run that really gave UAM its first run. That was in the second inning. And then the floodgates opened in the fourth.
Definitely one of the many contributors for the Cotton Blossoms in that game. That was definitely one that Ouachita would love to just forget about as they look to tie up the series. And that's a swing and a miss by Fledging, and the strikeout for Huddleston.
She took some off of it, but also had good placement, just kind of handcuffed Fledging, and I think she was expecting a fastball, took some off of it, but good pitch there by Huddleston. I don't know if you could hear it at home or see it, but she kind of let out a little a scream after that one. She was excited about that strikeout.
Up to bat is number 21, Lexi Smith. Smith is a 5'4" junior from Collinsville, Mississippi. A transfer from University of Southern Miss. And that one's going to go right to left field, but it will be out of bounds. One is the count with 1 out here in the second inning. This game remains scoreless.
Smith also a multi-hit game. 8 players in the UAM lineup had more than one hit in game 1.
And that one's going to be fouled off just in front of us, but behind them. 1-2 is the count, and Ouachita, this is definitely a position that they like to be in despite them having 0 on the scoreboard. What's even better is that Monticello also has 0 on the scoreboard. And that one's going to hit right to shoe bottom, and a great catch there by the freshman, as that one will be the second out.
Both shortstops getting some hot shot, line drives, backhanding going across their body in the hole. Good play in the top of the inning by Cammie Walker, and now by Madison Shoebottom.
Now up to bat is Bailey Camp. Camp is 5'4", redshirt sophomore, as she hits that one to shoe bottom, and that is the third out of this inning. A great throw by shoe bottom, connecting with at first. Well, Ouachita will have a chance to hit here, so stick around for more Ouachita volleyball here, Ouachita softball here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field for more Ouachita softball. Still in the second inning, as Ouachita has a chance to bat here. Up to bat is number 7, Maggie Huddleston, also serving as the pitcher for Ouachita in this one. And that one's a swing and a miss, will be strike 1.
It's a healthy cut at that one. Maggie tried to give herself, help her own cause with that one. Give herself a 1-0 lead.
Huddleston, a 5'8" junior, originally from B Branch, Arkansas.
Chris, we talked in the first game about Ouachita's basketball teams being the Great American Conference semifinals today. The women lost to Harding to end their season, but the men are tipping off here shortly against Arkansas Tech. Ouachita, the 8 seed in the tournament, defeated the 1 seed yesterday. Arkansas Tech, the 5 seed. And so they are playing for a trip to tomorrow's championship game. So we'll keep you updated at home about that one.
That one a little outside. That will be ball 3. The count is 3-1 with no outs. And she's going to walk to first as Shoebottom is coming up to bat. Shoebottom, a freshman shortstop from Bald Knob, Arkansas, Bald Knob High School. That one a little low. Will be ball 1.
I don't remember. I don't think Ouachita was walked a single time. Now, there were no walks in game 1 for Ouachita hitters. That's the first walk in 8+ innings for UAM pitching today.
Low and inside for ball 2.
And Cayenne Woods, this is her 11th start. She and McGuire still have both, third start. Sorry, I was looking at the appearances category. Cayenne Woods has started 2 games before this one. Sam Stevens and McGuire still has started 5.
Well, no shortage of experience for this Monticello core. Woods is a 5'7" sophomore, originally from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, from Heritage Hall High School. That one went right down the middle, will be strike one. Count is 3-1 here in the second inning. And Shoe Bottom's first appearance today, or excuse me, in this game. And that one's going to go right to Woods. Woods hesitated a little bit, but Huddleston is out as Shoe Bottom was able to get to first there.
Probably a little closer than Arkansas Monticello thought that might be or wanted it to be. Huddleston thought she might have had a chance to get that foot in there.
Yeah, you could see Woods kind of pump faked on the throw for a second, or at least hesitated, giving Huddleston a little bit more time, but not enough. And that one is Lacey Ornella's hit, goes behind her, will be foul. 0-1 is the count with one out. On deck for Ouachita, number 15, Hope Johnson, who made an appearance last game as a pitcher. It was her first pitching appearance on the season, but she's had multiple appearances throughout the season in both fielding and in hitting. And that is a... Oh, and it's off of Ornelas' helmet.
Well,
as Shoe Bottom's got to go to second.
Yeah, Ornelas is going to be out because the base was occupied. So that base is occupied, so she's out. So the throw really didn't need to be made. That would have kept Shoe Bottom at first. Now the home plate umpire is going to come out and, the head coach for UAM is going to come out and talk to the home plate umpire.
So Ornelas could have saved herself a helmet contact with the ball there.
Yeah, not really. It's one of those weird situations. Should time have been called? I don't think so. And, the UAM umpire is going to, UAM head coach is going to come out and call. But, it was an occupied base.
Yeah, as
they're
you can
going
see,
to call her for running in the fair.
Yes, Coach Grimes.
Yeah, what the argument is going to be, the argument for UAM is that the Ornelas was running in the baseline in fair territory. And so that's why they called runner interference. So the runner is out because Ornelas was in the baseline. That was the call there. That's unfortunate for Ouachita. And that's going to end the inning.
Yep, that will be the end of the second inning. So stick around for more of the third inning of this Ouachita softball game here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
If you or a loved one gets hurt in an accident,
You need true care and concern,
you can hand us everything, the bills, the paperwork, and anything else you need help with.
so you can focus on recovering from your injury.
That's why people turn to the Taylor King Law Firm.
You need an attorney with integrity and experience in dealing with the complex details.
We do everything we can to relieve the stress and take care of your family.
If you're injured in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
We'll be on your side, by your side.
And welcome back to Sully Anderson Field for some late evening action, softball action that is. Ouachita taking on the Cotton Blossoms of Arkansas Monticello. This game remains scoreless after at the beginning of the third inning. The conclusion of the second inning definitely kind of ended a little oddly. I'm Chris Gay, joined by Chris Babb. Babb, if you want to tell us a little bit about kind of what happened.
Yeah, going back and looking at that, Ornelas, since it was a drop third strike, she starts running to first. And going back and looking at it, she was running, a couple of steps inside the baseline, so the throw did hit her in the helmet. And so that was the argument from the UAM that's the second time I called him an umpire. UAM head coach that she was in fair territory, and after discussion, the umpires did rule that. Coach Grimes didn't like it, and he still didn't like it after the between innings and some discussion. But that is what the call was, because she was running in fair territory. And the only argument would be she was already out, but regardless, that was the call.
Well, up to bat for Monticello on a 2-1 count is Cammie Walker. Her first at-bat appearance in this game, as that's a swing and a miss. And now the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, just going back and looking at that, our third base camera operator, Noah Brown, had a good shot, and the umpire looked at Coach Grimes and said she was inside the baseline, and that's why she was called out. So.
And that's going to be strike 3, as Walker is going to go back to her dugout. Now to restart, or going back up to the top of the order, is Holdbrook. Holdbrook, a senior out of Forney, Texas. As that one is hit to left field and right into the glove of Shelby Smith. Smith, the freshman, having a solid day fielding so far. As now number 8, Adriana Erickson, up to bat here. Erickson, in her 1 at-bat so far today, is able to be walked. One 0 is the count, as that one's going to go right to the third baseline, and that one is out. A nice catch there by Rebecca Holloman.
Yeah, Holloman did a nice job of stretching up the line or down the line towards right field and getting the making the catch for the third out.
Well, that was a very quick top of the third. So stick around for more Tiger softball action here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
I'm Nicole Auerbach from The Athletic.
Hey, this is Alex Pruitt with Sports Illustrated Magazine.
This is Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Kranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Well, Hope Johnson up to bat as we begin the bottom of the third inning. We have a score update for the Ouachita men's basketball. I believe it is 10-2 in Arkansas Tech's favor. Ouachita looking to continue their incredible run in the conference tournament. And a swing and a miss by Johnson. Count will be 1-1. On deck for Ouachita is Kendall Formby Bell, the freshman right fielder. Johnson's going to let that one go outside. 2-1 will be the count. And that one's down the middle. That will be strike 2. 2-2 is the count for Johnson. And that's a swing and a miss and a strikeout for Hope Johnson. Kendall Fomby Bell, the freshman from Mesquite, Texas, making her first appearance today. And she's going to swing at the first one, and that one's going to be fouled behind her.
Now the score is 8-6. What did that say? It says 8-6 Ouachita, but
I don't think that's
I don't
right.
think that's right.
And that's going to be strike 2 on Fomby Bell. 0-2 is the count with 1 out. And a swing and a miss by Fomby Bell, and that will be a strikeout. Great job by Kyan Woods. Great pitching there as third baseman Jesselyn Aarons coming up to bat here. Aarons is a 5'4" sophomore from DeWitt, Arkansas, DeWitt High School. And hits it into the infield, and Walker can't come away with it, as that will be a single.
All the plays that we've seen from the shortstops tonight, and Walker with 2 spectacular ones. She kind of gives a smile and laughs that one off. And but yeah, of all the plays we've seen them make, that was not the one that we expected to get under the glove of Walker.
Here's Holloman up to bat now for the first time today. As that one is inside, will be ball 1. Rebecca Holloman, a 6-foot senior from Lucas, Texas, Lovejoy High School. As that one's hit to the infield, and that's going to be out number 3 at the bottom of the third.
That was Hope Wade. Went back to the top of the order. Holloman was the designated player.
You're right.
Yeah,
my mistake.
Flex player.
Well, stick around for more softball action here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network as Ouachita or Monticello tries to get onto the board here today. So stick around for more action here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Zero remains your score here in the third inning on Sully Anderson Field. Cotton Blossoms versus Lady Tigers here on this waning evening this Saturday night. Up to bat for Monticello, as that one goes way outside, is Grace Neal. Neal in their first and only at-bat today was struck out. So now she's looking at a 2-0 count.
Chris, Game 3 will be here tomorrow at 1 p.m. If Ouachita is able to win this one, it'll be the rubber match. If UAM wins this one, they'll be going for the sweep tomorrow, but that'll be a 1 p.m. start. Our broadcast will start around 12:45.
Count is 2-1 here. 4th inning. That one a little high. Will be ball 3. 3-1 is the count. Give you a basketball score update. Arkansas Tech is at the free throw line right now and just tied it up. It is 22-22 in the first half with 8:35 remaining. As that one is fouled almost right next to us.
Sarah Kate McAnally, who's now on this camera, would have done a better job than Kendall Gibbons' attempt in the first game. I really hope. Yeah, I'm looking around. He's in the trailer, so he heard that. That wouldn't have been much. That wouldn't have been much fun if he hadn't been able to hear me. He's just shaking his head right now. I just know oh man, why's he got to say that? All kidding aside, it really wasn't that close to the camera earlier. It's just fun to give him a hard time.
Full count here. As Neal hits it right to Ornelas, and Ornelas was able to kick it over to Holloman for the easy out, first out of the inning. As now Kennedy Cox up to bat for Monticello. Cox is a 5'7" junior from Groesbeck, Texas, as that one's fouled out. Just about to the bathroom.
Unfortunate for the men who are in line for the restroom. Kind of scared them a little bit. Dangerous spot down there.
Well,
you can't see anything.
Hope it didn't scare him too bad.
Yeah,
but
really.
As that one's fouled right in front of us. The fan almost made a phenomenal catch.
If it had, they would have been close.
And that one's going to hit right to shoe bottom, an easy catch for the freshman who's having a very nice day fielding, as that's going to be the second out of the inning. Up to bat now for Monticello, number 19, Sophie Wood. Wood, a 5'8" sophomore from Springdale, Arkansas. From Springdale Harbor High School, as she fouls that one.
A little trivia, Chris. Harbor. Named after what? It's Hard-Burr. And I'll give you a clue.
Yeah. Okay.
2 buildings on Ouachita's campus. And I'll give you the first name after we talk about Shoebottom making another great play to retire the side. We'll let you think about it. How about you think about that one over the break?
Yeah, I'll think about it.
And if you're watching at home and you know the answer, we have a little trivia question. They can tag us on Twitter at OSDN Media and see if we get anybody with the reaction.
Okay, I'll try to have an answer by when we get back from this break, and Ouachita will look to add some stuff on offense, looking to try to break the scoring gap here. Stick around for more softball action here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
And welcome back as we continue the 4th inning of softball action here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
They didn't give you much time to get your phone out and search Google, did they?
Well, yeah, and speaking of which, the Harbor, I think, now I couldn't tell you but Burr, I believe, is Berry Chapel.
No, it's across the street.
Okay.
Across the street from Berry Chapel.
What is across the street from Berry Chapel?
Besides the street that goes between 2 buildings.
Yeah,
the Har
I-
and the
I-
Burr are the Harvey and Bernice.
You know, I gotta surrender this one. I gotta ask what's
Harbor High School, named after Harvey and Bernice Jones. They donated the land to build Harbor High School. Also, the namesake of the Jones Performing Arts Center and the Harvey and Bernice Jones Science Center on the Ouachita campus.
Ah, okay. Well, I wouldn't have guessed that.
I can tell. Hey, you can learn on Saturday, right? Learning is not just for weekdays in class. We learn out of the class in OSDM.
Well, learning's hard on the weekends. As that's a great hit by Williams, right to well, I say great hit, but it goes right to Erickson in center field, as that one will be the first out of the the second out of the offensive sequence for Ouachita, as Huddleston up to hit here for Ouachita. Huddleston, in her lone at-bat appearance today, was able to walk straight to first. Maybe looking for a little bit more than that here. And a swing and a miss by Huddleston, as it is an 0-2 count with 2 outs. This game remains scoreless. Definitely different from the previous game, as the 4th inning of the previous game was a big offensive output by the Cotton Blossoms. They believe had 10 straight runs in that 4th inning alone.
It was a lot.
Yep. And a swing and a miss for Huddleston, and that's a strikeout. And that was a quick offensive possession for Ouachita, as the Cotton Blossoms now have an opportunity to get on the scoreboard here. Well, stick around for more Ouachita softball action here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer, caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
And welcome back to the top of the 5th inning here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Game remains scoreless, as number 18, Sophie Fledging, is up to bat for Monticello.
The between-game music stopped just in time for those in the trailer and those at home not to get to hear me do my Ice Ice Baby sing-along with Vanilla Ice here in the park.
Well, though that may be a blessing for some, I think that it would have been very nice for a lot of people at home to hear Chris Babb be able to sing some classic hits, as that one is fouled behind us.
That might be the first time Ice Ice Baby or anything by Vanilla Ice has ever been called a classic hit.
Well, it was a little bit before my time, so that I would.
Ouch.
That one is hit straight to center field, and Wade up under it for the easy out. First out of the inning.
Chris, as much as the balls were flying that first game, it seems like, obviously UAM has not gotten as hard contact in this second game, but the temperature cooling off, I think the ball's just not flying as much. That off the bat looked very similar to some that hit the wall in game 1.
Lexi Smith up to bat here. First ball shown to her. It's a hit to the ditch out of bounds, right into the muddy waters. though it's definitely a dry day, it was not a dry day the last few days. And that one's hit, popped up straight, and Holloman's able to get up under it for the easy out.
She did a great job measuring where the dugout was. You know, there's a net. You can see the net there in front of the dugout down the first base line. You also see those turf samples there, the turf pieces there that are have tried to make it a little bit not as bad footing. Holloman both had to know where the net was, but then also make sure her footing was good. She did a nice job there of maintaining balance and just not losing the ball.
And will be strike one here for Bailey Camp, who's up to bat now. 0-1 is the count with 2 outs, as the score remains scoreless, as that one's fouled just to the left of us. Be an 0-2 count now. Well, for all of those that are wondering, Ouachita men's basketball still in a battle with Arkansas Tech, the Wonder Boys, in the semifinals of the Great American Conference playoffs, as Ouachita just cut the lead, Arkansas Tech's lead, to 5, 30-25, with 3 minutes left to play, as that one is fouled.
It's the first basket in a while for Ouachita Tech. Had been on a run, had gone from down 7 to up 7, or down 4 to up 7.
And Camp hits it past shoe bottom, and she's going to have the single. Gets right to first. Shoe bottom, who's been making a lot of great plays today, just couldn't get her glove right in the good spot. Come away with that one.
First hit for either team tonight comes in the top of the 5th with 2 outs.
And Walker's going to let that one go by her. Will be ball 1 with 2 outs. And exactly right. That is just the first hit of the game for either team.
It's a funny sport, Chris. You know, UAM had 25 hits in game 1.
Yep, and just their first, as that one's going to go out of bounds. Well, definitely the first game was a phenomenal 4th inning for Monticello. And in the 5th inning, just their first hit.
That's right.
1-1 is the count, 2 outs. And that's a swing and a miss by Walker. And that one trying to get it to second there.
Yeah, delayed steal there. The pitch was low and outside. I think Aaron Williams thought that might have been strike 3 to end the inning, but framed it a little bit longer than she normally does, and the runner was able to steal second.
Bailey Camp now on second. 2-2 is the count, as that one came almost right to us.
That was a fantastic play by the gentleman. He kept his base. He got his hand up there, one hop that one. He came up firing. He's ready to throw that one back to the circle, but I don't think they would have been expecting it.
No, that's probably a little frowned upon, but I'm sure he was reliving some of his glory days there.
It was a solid play. He caught it on one hop.
And that one is a strike 3, and that's going to end the inning. Well, Ouachita and Monticello still in a battle here. 0-0 is the score. Stick around for more Ouachita softball action here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Our town, a place for new beginnings, stalwart pine trees, reuniting with old friends. Whether you find yourself here for a ball game, a wedding, or just to catch up with those you love, we want to invite you to be a guest on our front porch, a place to sit back and watch the world go by, a place where time seems to slow down. Our home away from home. Welcome back. Captain Henderson House, now accepting reservations.
I'm Nicole Auerbach from The Athletic.
Hey, this is Alex Pruitt with Sports Illustrated Magazine.
This is Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washita Sports Digital Network.
And welcome back to the bottom of the fifth inning here at Sully Anderson Field. As this night, as the sun is just about to set all the way, as this game remains scoreless still. I know we've mentioned this several times, just it is an interesting sport, as the final score for the previous game was 18-2. And it remains 0-0. Count is 1-1 with Shoe Bottom up to bat.
Chris, you see the dog there on the screen just to the left of the pitcher, the battery and the umpire, the catcher, umpire, and batter. There are a lot of dogs here today.
And that one's going to be an easy out for Monticello. Good pickup by Walker. Got it right to Sophie Wood at first for the out. And yes, there are several.
We were talking about that between games. Cute bulldogs. There's one.
Yeah, got a dog behind us. I see another bulldog over to the left.
That is Bailey Camp's bulldog. I know that because between games, when Bailey was walking out, one of her family members was bringing the dog, and the dog was very excited to see Bailey.
Yep, get another look at this bulldog here. Very into the game thus far, as that one's fouled. As it's number 9, Lacey Ornelas, the senior, up to bat for Washita. It's a senior from Spring, Texas, from Klein Oak High School. She has 11 RBIs on the season. Been one of the better hitters for Washita.
I think Noah will probably be able to see him, but
also has 8 base on balls.
To the left of me, to Noah's right.
Always looking to add on to that total today. And that one's hit, and that one's going to stay foul there.
That was about 8 inches from being Washita's first base hit of the day. It would have been extra bases. Ornelas has shown some power the first weekend at home games. She did have a couple of home runs. Lacey Ornelas, the 3 home runs on the season, 11 RBIs.
Full count here with just 1 out, as that one's also going to be foul to the right side this time. Well, we will give you another score update of the men's basketball semifinal game against Arkansas Tech. Washita down by 5, 29-34 at halftime. Let's get another.
That would be Bailey Camp's bulldog. That's a cute one right there.
Yep. And Ornelas hit way into left field, almost to the batting cages. Well, I'm not really sure if it's dog night here at Sully Anderson Field or not, but regardless, a lot of cute little animals walking around here, as that one is way outside. And as I mentioned, Ornelas has 8 walks so far this season, make that 9.
Coach Grimes coming to home plate. Pinch runner, I would imagine.
Yep, will be Lauren Lester.
Lauren Lester's going to be the pinch hitter. Yeah, they're going to bring Lauren Lester in to pinch hit. There's an ugly dog right there in the black cap looking at the computer screen. Lauren Lester got the start at first in the first game, and she's going to pinch hit here in the bottom of the 5th with Ornelas on first.
Still going to have a discussion here between Coach Grimes and the home plate umpire as Lester gets ready to hit. One of the better hitters on this team so far this season. 41 at-bats at a .341 average. 6 RBIs and 2 walks. Coming in with just 1 out here in the 5th inning. And that one's going to be low for ball 1. (1-0) is the count. And that one, it's going to hit Lester's shoe, and she's going to walk to first.
Ouachita, first runner in scoring position, and that's going to bring a visit from the UAM coaching staff.
Looks like we have a pinch runner for Ouachita, number 5, Emma McCorkle. Is going to be running instead of Ornelas.
Runner in scoring position. First time Ouachita has had one there. I don't believe UAM has had a runner reach second. I could be wrong on that, but
well, yes, there has been one, at least one.
That's right. They had in the first inning.
Yep, off of a walk, and I think they ended up reaching third, if I remember correctly. But obviously, no one has reached home so far in this game.
Callie Jordan pinch hitting for Ouachita here in the bottom of the 5th as well.
Jordan, the
normal right field starter. She didn't get the start, but she comes in to pinch hit.
Yep, the leader on the team in batting average at nearly .4.
459 you see on the screen there.
Or excuse me, yes, .459. 7 walks, 5 RBIs. Originally from Crystal Beach, Texas. As that one's going to be hit to the infield. And they're going to say she is safe at third.
I was wondering, they went to third to get the force out, but Grace Neal, I don't know if she was really expecting that one, but she did bring her foot right off the bag. It just looked weird from the get-go, and Ouachita has the first scoring opportunity, serious scoring opportunity now with bases loaded, 1 out.
Up to bat now for Ouachita is the sophomore Jesselyn Ahrens. That one's going to be outside. Ahrens, a sophomore from DeWitt, Arkansas, DeWitt High School. Her second at-bat appearance today. That one down the middle, but a little high. Will be ball 2 with 1 out, and the bases loaded. McCorkle on third. Lauren Lester on second. Callie Jordan on first. Outside, but it will be a strike. Strike 1, 2-1 is the count with just 1 out.
At that outside part of the plate, the front corner, tailing away just a little bit, was able to get the strike call.
That one was low, will be ball 3. 3-1 is the count with bases loaded. The first promising scoring position Ouachita has been in this game as they look to be the first to add points onto the board. And a hit to the infield. Can't come away with it. McCorkle slides home And Ouachita gets on the board in the 5th inning of this game.
Jesselyn Aarons gets the RBI. You see Lester there on third. We're going to have a somewhat of a change here from UAM as they'll make a pitching change. But tell you what, that dive from Cammie Walker at short kept that ball from going into the outfield, which would have given Ouachita a second run. Instead, she dove and got just enough of the leather on the glove to keep that one close enough to the infield to keep Lester from being able to score from third.
Well, pitching for Monticello now will be Kayla Olthouse. Well, while Olthouse gets an opportunity to warm up, we'll take a break here. So stick around for more 5th inning action here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer, caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
Our town, a place for new beginnings, stalwart pine trees, reuniting with old friends. Whether you find yourself here for a ball game, a wedding, or just to catch up with those you love, we want to invite you to be a guest on our front porch, a place to sit back and watch the world go by, a place where time seems to slow down. Our home away from home. Welcome back. Captain Henderson House, now accepting reservations.
If you're just joining us here in the 5th inning game, as Ouachita just had their first hit of the game, or excuse me, the first run of the game.
First run came on RBI came on the first hit.
Yep, with bases loaded as they remain loaded here, as Monticello put in a new pitcher, Kayla Olthouse. So far this season, she is credited with 1 win and 1 loss.
And now that pitch hit Hope Wade, and so an RBI from Hope Wade.
And Lester is going to come in at home, and now Ouachita is up 2-0 here.
You know, for those who were with us in the first game, it's 18-2, and we talked about how it's just a funny sport. Baseball, softball can be whatever. You got a story about that after this base hit from Shelby Smith. Okay, maybe not. Time when sports information director, my first time working at Ouachita's baseball team was playing Delta State. They were nationally ranked at that time. First game of the doubleheader was 23-1. Delta State won the game 23-1. And then in game 2, Ouachita had a pitcher named Robin Macon, and he got a 2-1 victory in game 2. And so it's a sport where you have to put the previous game, previous at-bat, previous pitch, whatever behind you, and just go on because you never know what's going to happen. And that's what Ouachita has done to this point in game 2.
Well, now the count is 2-1 as Shelby Smith making her third at-bat appearance today. It's already been struck out once. And a swing and a miss. That one will be 2-2 on the count. With 1 out, and the bases are still loaded. Callie Jordan at third, Jesselyn Aarons at second, and Hope Wade at first. And that one a little low, and it will be ball 3 now. Now it's a full count with 1 out.
It's a good take by Smith. When you have 2 strikes, you want to make something happen. A lot of times you can be impatient, but you did a nice job of laying off of that one to run the count full. And now Olthouse has to come to her, no place to put her.
And a swing and a miss by Smith, as that's going to be a strikeout. Now up to bat for Ouachita is the catcher, Aaron Williams. Williams is a junior from Stuttgart, Arkansas. Going to let that one go down the middle, and that one will be a ball, a little high, as the count is 1-0 with 2 outs. That one's going to be up and not able to get there. It was a good effort by Lexi Smith, the catcher for Monticello.
It was a great effort trying to get that third out. Erin Williams has really been productive offensively. She said, "Did you have cameras in the center field last weekend? My home run went right to where your camera was. I'd rather like to do it again."
And that one's popped straight up. That one might be, yes, it will. Oh. That one will be foul. Almost took out somebody. Luckily, no one was hit with that one.
I got caught right under the picnic table, and the lady sitting in front of that thought that was a little bit farther behind her than it was.
Yep. When you're at a baseball, softball game, can't be on your phone. No shade intended there, as that one's going to be wide and outside.
Well, that was a risky take for Erin Williams there with 2 outs and 2 strikes.
2-2 is the count with 2 outs, as Ouachita leading 2-0 in the 5th inning. That one was definitely close to Williams, as that was a phenomenal catch by Sophie Wood, preventing the score there. A phenomenal effort by the first baseman.
Yeah, that was one of those that if she's, half of a second later, Ouachita has 2 runs because they were running off with contact, and just a big play that time by the first baseman.
Well, we'll take a quick break here as we head into the top of the 6th inning here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Way up at the buzzer. Is it going to be an inside the Parker? Yes, it
is. That's here at the top of the 6th inning here at Sully Anderson Field. Ouachita had a pretty productive 5th inning as they were able to get on the board first in this game, now leading 2-0, as the game up to this point was 0-0. Very different from the first game, which ended 18-2, as that one is fouled behind her. That's number 10, Hannah Holdbrook, as we're back the top of the batting order for Monticello. Maggie Huddleston has had a phenomenal day thus far. In 65 pitches, it's allowed only 1 hit. As that one is hit foul.
Uh-oh. That was close to the trailer.
Yep, that was very close to the trailer. And hopefully no one was standing outside the trailer.
Our production trailer just at the end of the softball locker room facility, and almost in direct line of that foul ball.
And Huddleston, good heads-up play, as that is the first out of the inning. Just a good reaction by the junior, able to get her glove up under that ball. And a quick pitch to Holloman at first.
There you see Kendall waving, always wanting to be on camera. Yeah. He had to know that if he poked his head out there, we're going to get him at some point, right?
Well, either we were going to get him or the ball was going to get him.
That's true.
That one's going to be ball 1.
Again, I want to thank Right now, Wyatt Ashlock and Kendall Gibbons in the trailer. Noah Brown, Priscilla Leverett, Sarah Kate McAnally, Chris Gay, and yourself for coming out and doing these broadcasts, and appreciate your work.
Well, we'd like to thank you too of organizing everything and being able to organize all these broadcasts and facilitate them as smoothly as possible.
Yeah, we've had a rough first few weeks of softball season. A few of those were because home conference basketball games were going on, but finally with basketball season, able to get the trailer out and just over the glove of Huddleston there. Well placed hit there from, I believe that was Erickson. Yeah.
Oh, well, just the second hit of the day for Monticello. It's actually just the third hit from either team, or excuse me, from combined from both teams. Huddleston has had a fantastic day, as that's just the second hit allowed. Now one runner on first with one out. That one a little outside will be ball one. As Grace Neal, the third baseman, up to bat here. This is Neal's third at bat. He's already been struck out once. That one outside. Ball two. High again will be ball three. 3-0 is the count. As Aaron Williams is going to have a quick discussion with Huddleston here. Well, as we mentioned, Ouachita men's basketball still in a battle in the semifinals of the Great American Conference Tournament between the Wonder Boys of Arkansas Tech.
38-29 Tech, 17:36 left in the second. Ooh, Neal thought that was ball four, and Huddleston got the corner.
Excellent pitch by Huddleston, and now it is a 3-1 count. And Neal's going to hit right to left field. And now we have runners on first and second for Monticello as Kennedy Cox is up to bat here. Cox, a junior from Groesbeck, Texas, a transfer from Bossier Parish Community College. And part of the Ouachita coaching staff going to have a conversation with Huddleston.
Yeah, Coach Janie Grimes going out. Pitching coach going to talk to Maggie and everybody on the same page, see how she's doing.
And Huddleston will remain out there, hoping to finish off this game.
Big spot, top of the sixth, one out. Ouachita got out of one inning earlier with a ground ball, a hot shot to third base there to Jesselyn Aarons. She fell on the bag when she fielded it through over across the diamond, and I think that ended the first inning. So big spot here for Huddleston in a 2-0 game.
And that one will be ball one. In her earlier two at-bat appearances for Cox have been both foul outs. That one's going to be hit to left field in the gap, right against the wall. Wade's able to track it down. Monticello going to get on the board. That throw wayward. Huddleston can't corral it, and now this game, just like that, is tied at 2 with just 1 out, as Ouachita had control. As now I think we might see a pitching change.
Yeah, it's going to be a pitching change. That's going to, the second visit's going to force.
Looks like it's going to be Tuesday Melton.
Can't tell. See Hannah Hunter warming up as well. Not sure.
Well, I saw Melton, there. Yep, she already had a little bit of a warm-up time.
Yeah, and I think that ball from Hope Wade, when it came in, I think it just slipped out of her hands. You know, Hope Wade's not going to throw a ball like that to.
Well, while Melton gets a chance to warm up, we'll take a break as well. So stick around for the continuing action here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
And if you're just joining us here at the top of the 6th inning here at Sully Anderson Field between the Tigers of Ouachita Baptist University and the Cotton Blossoms of University of Arkansas Monticello, it is now 2-2 as Ouachita had a 2-0 lead for a good portion of the inning and in the 5th inning. But a sort of chaotic little run by Monticello gave them 2 points quickly. And a swing and a miss by Sophie Wood.
Wood was really trying to give UAM a 4-2 lead with that swing.
Well, pitching for Ouachita is Tuesday Melton.
She did have a home run in the first game that was the last batter that Melton faced.
Yep, exactly. This is just her second appearance today, Melton's appearance, as that's going to be the second strike. 1-2 is the count with 1 out. Melton started the previous game. Now looking to finish out this one. That one outside, but Wood swings and misses as that's a strikeout for Melton about as quickly as she checked in. Now up to bat for Monticello is Fledging. Fledging is a sophomore from Waco, Texas, and Midland High School. And that one a little outside, but it will be a strike as it got sort of the outside tip of the plate. There is one runner on third, as that is Kennedy Cox, who had a nice hit that sent 2 runners home. And it's the reason why this game is tied at 2. And Fledging's going to let that one go down, and it will be low, and ball 2. 2-1 is the count in Fledging's 2 earlier appearances at bat in this game. 1 strikeout, 1 foul out. And Fledging, that one's going to hit the net just right above Cotton Blossom dugout.
Tiger basketball team making a run. It's 44-43 Tech with 13-11 left in the
That one hit straight to, and not able to come away with it, and Ouachita trailing now by 1.
Ornelas, it's a weird game. We talked about the run differential, but go back to the last half inning, how UAM got out of their inning with Ouachita having the bases loaded. A bloop to first base, run up and are able to make the catch. Ornelas there, that ball was spinning just a little bit too much, couldn't make the play, and those two plays are a big reason this game is 3-2. Ouachita would have had 4 runs and kept going if UAM doesn't make that play. And even so, if Ouachita is able to make that one, it's still 2-2.
Well, Lexi Smith let that one go down the middle, and that one is a strike. 0-1 is the count with 2 outs. Ouachita now working from behind here. Down the middle, a little inside, and that's going to be safe there for Fledging. Fledging was able to get that stolen base. And it was a good throw by Williams, just a little late. That one low. 2-1 is the count. And Lexi Smith's both earlier at-bat appearances, both were foul outs. That one way outside. Fledging able to run to third. And now 1 runner on third as the count remains 3-1 with 2 outs. Ouachita hoping to kind of finish this one out to tie up the series. That one outside again, and Smith is going to walk to first. Now runners on first and third as we have a pinch hitter in for Monticello. Will be number 6, Bailey Camp.
Actually, she's still in. They're a pinch runner at
Yep.
first base is number 7. Camp's been in.
Yeah, it will be Madison Morrissey at first instead of Lexi Smith. Bailey Camp still in the lineup, will be hitting here for Monticello. Ouachita down 3-2 with 2 outs here. That one a little inside.
Williams popped up quickly there. You wonder if Morrissey is put in, does she have speed? Is she going to try to draw a throw to steal another run home? How you play that defensively is very important.
Well, Ouachita's already given up 2 steals so far, and yeah, you can definitely tell Williams, as soon as she caught that one, she popped up and looked straight at Morrissey, just waiting for her to make a move.
Yeah, Morrissey has not attempted a stolen base yet this season, so it's not like she's in there just because she's a stolen base artist, but she may try to go.
The butt attempt doesn't work out. Count is still 2-1. That one a little outside, but that one will be a strike as it clipped a little bit of the plate there. It is a 2-2 count with 2 outs.
We can't hear a lot with our headsets on, but that gave a collective grumble among the crowd on wearing purple and green.
That one's hit to left field. It will stay fair. And
that was a tremendous hit. Just a good piece of hitting from Bailey Camp. 2-2 count, outside part of the plate. She went with it, drove it into left field, and just found a hole, and that was a big AB from Bailey Camp. They've been able to come up with the hits in this inning when they had to have them, just like they made the defensive plays. It's just been a matter of making plays in this second game today.
Madison Gardner in to hit for Monticello. It's Gardner's, I believe, her first appearance in this game. She's a junior from Lorena, Texas, Lorena High School.
Gardner pinch ran in the first game. Believe it was for either Camp or, yeah, it was for Bailey Camp. Pinch hit for Camp, and then Camp came back in.
And she's going to swing at that one, and that is a miss. That is strike one in the count, 0-1. With 2 outs, Ouachita down by 2. Looking to go on offense here. Scoring update for the Ouachita men's semifinal, the conference semifinal against the Wonder Boys of Arkansas Tech. It is tied up, 47-47 in the second quarter, in the second half. As Ouachita is absolutely fighting, hustling. Can see they're getting on the floor every chance possible for loose balls. Well, here Ouachita is also fighting, but against the Cotton Blossoms of Arkansas Monticello. Here in this evening, as the sun has long been down.
It's gone. Feels like it's gone.
That one, kind of a grounder there.
Yeah, just kind of lost that one as it came out. So now 2-2 count with 2 outs. Big spot. You know, this is about the third big spot in a game where if one team can make a play, it can either provide separation or have a chance to get back in it.
That one outside. Full count now with 2 outs. I just know Ouachita just looking to get this one last out to go on offense to try to cut into this deficit. Try to take this win here in the second game of this doubleheader today. A swing and a miss, and talk about the third out as Melton gets it there, and Ouachita now has the opportunity to hit and add some points on the board here. So stick around for that here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
I'm Nicole Auerbach from The Athletic.
Hey, this is Alex Pruitt with Sports Illustrated Magazine.
This is Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer, caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
If you're just joining us, Ouachita down 2-4 here. The bottom of the 6th inning here at Sully Anderson Field. That was a very long previous possession for Arkansas Monticello, adding a lot of runs. 4 runs to their score. And going to let that one go down as it's number 7, Maggie Huddleston, up to bat.
Meat of the order for Ouachita. It's a good spot to put 3 up and take a lead going into the last inning.
Huddleston hits it to the gap, and that's going to be a single for Huddleston. Going to be her first hit of the day. As now for Ouachita, Madison Shoebottom, the freshman, set to hit here. Immediately, Ouachita with some positive offensive output here with that nice hit from Huddleston. That one way outside, Huddleston, and she's going to steal second there.
Yep, so the wild pitch will put a runner in scoring position for Ouachita with nobody out. So, look at the starting lineup. Huddleston was batting, and so have to see who Melton went in for. Have to check with that. I'll look on live stats to see how all that works out.
And that's going to be a strike. Count will be 1-1. Shoebottom's third at bat. And that's going to be strike 2. 1-2 count. The bottom of the 6th. That one low will be a 2-2 count.
Yeah, that's a good take by Madison. Took some off of it. It's low. Just a fantastic plate discipline there from the freshman. Big spot.
And big opportunity to be in for the freshman, as that's a swing and a miss by Shoebottom. As now up to bat for Ouachita is number 9, Lacey Ornelas, the senior. Ornelas, originally from Spring, Texas, Klein Oak High School. And going to have a time by the hitter, Ornelas. Going to have an opportunity to step back from the plate. That one outside, but it will be a strike. Clip the edge of the base there. Well, we have a score update for the men's basketball semifinal versus the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys. Yep. Ouachita regained their first lead. Well, I don't want to say their first lead, but the lead for the first time in the second half, 53-52. As it had been a while for them to lead, and they're still in a tight one with Tech. And now off Darius Hobson 3, now they lead by 4.
That was a big pitch there. It's a 1-2 count. This is a big spot for Ouachita. Only 7 innings, so you're in the bottom of the 6th. You get the leadoff base hit. Gets to second with a wild pitch. Really need to get this run across. It's in scoring position with 1 out. You got to find a way to score this run.
And the hit pops straight up. See if anybody catches that one. That is uncatchable. As it landed just a few rows in front of us. The count is 2-2 with 1 out. As that one way outside. And that is going to be a strike. Strike 3 for Ornelas. Now up to bat for Ouachita.
You know, Kayla Oldhouse, this is her third start. Got some help in that top of the 6th inning from her offense and has responded nicely to this point. So now see if Lester can extend the inning for Ouachita.
This will be Lester's second at-bat of the game. That one will be outside. As that one's going to be fouled behind her. On deck for Ouachita, it's Callie Jordan, the senior. And that one's going to be hit to left field. Is that one going to stay fair? And it will not. But the catch by Wood going to lead to the third out of the inning.
That's the second half inning in a row that Wood has made a play. Those aren't just routine plays. The pop-up where she had to come in about 15 feet, and then that foul pop-up down the in foul territory down the right field line.
Well, Ouachita going to go and field here. So stick around for more Ouachita softball here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer, caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
This is Kendall Gibbons. Thanks for watching Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Chris, did you see that smile? Did you see those pearly whites?
I did see those pearly whites. A great smile by a member of the Ouachita Sports Digital Network staff, Kendall Givens, also a member of the Ouachita football team that had a phenomenal season this past season.
He's an OSDN member who just also happens to play football.
Yep.
I think he might carry the ball a few times in the fall. What do you think?
Yeah,
he might get a chance.
Yeah, he just happened to have a just under 1,000-yard rushing season.
It's a big spring for him. See if he can earn some playing time. Tuesday, Melton comes back out. Tried to check and see how the substitution worked, but regardless, Melton is back in the circle. This is a big half inning for Ouachita, big half inning for Melton to try to get Ouachita to the bottom of the 7th inning, trailing by just 2.
One-two is the count as the top of the 7th inning. Ouachita still down by 2. That one outside will be ball 2. 2-2 is the count. That one hit right to Aarons. A great catch there by third baseman Jesselyn Aarons.
Boy, perfect placement and good reaction. That's line drive comes at you, and there you see her kind of a smile of relief on her face as she goes back to the bag. But just perfect placement and great reaction there from Jesselyn Aarons making the snag. A couple of big plays defensively today.
Center fielder Adriana Erickson, a 5'6" freshman from Coppell, Texas, up to bat now. Hits right to Aarons. Aarons, another great play. Another phenomenal play by Jesselyn Aarons.
Man, 2 in a row. Jesselyn Ahrens. There you get another shot at her, and she's had 2 hot shots. She fielded that one, spun around, and a nice dig on the back end of that by Holloman to pick up that throw.
Up to bat now for Monticello is Grace Neal. That one a little inside, and it will be strike 1. Neal has had 1 hit so far in this game. Not quite the same production she had in the previous game, as that one hit straight to left field, and the phenomenal catch there by Shelby Smith, as now Ouachita is going to have an opportunity to bat here. So score is 4-2 here in the 7th inning, so stick around for more Ouachita softball here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
I'm Nicole Auerbach from The Athletic.
Hey, this is Alex Pruitt with Sports Illustrated Magazine.
This is Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Well, if you're just joining us, Ouachita down by 2 at the top of the 7th inning.
Bottom of the
7th inning here.
Last chance for the Tigers. Really important bottom of the 7th. Obviously, you want to get a win, but you really want to have a chance to come back tomorrow for that series win. You know, in the conference race, you know, sweeps are good if you're 3-0. You want to get series wins, and if you win tonight, you have a chance for that tomorrow. On the backside of that, UAM is really wanting to seal this so they can secure that ever-important series win, especially since they lost to Southeastern last week.
Up to bat for Ouachita is Callie Jordan. Swing and a miss. I can't hear much with my headset on, but honestly thought it sounded like a little bit of a tip, but that will be strike 1. That one's going to be foul tip behind her. Now it's 0-2 count. And hit straight up, and that should be a pretty easy catch by Neal. Bobbled it for a second, but that will be the first out of the bottom of the 7th. Definitely not something that Ouachita wants to see here, as they need some more runs. Jesselyn Ahrens up to bat now.
Well, if that one had popped out of Neal's glove, that would have been a fair ball. I believe her feet were in foul territory, but her glove, I think that ball would have landed fair, so it would have been a big break for Ouachita.
Look at Ahrens, some of her stats. 39 at-bat appearances. .23 batting average, 4 RBIs and 2 walks. Sophomore from DeWitt, Arkansas. And that one's also going to be fouled just behind us. Straight to some fans. That one low and outside. For ball 1, 1-2 is the count with 1 out. And a swing and a miss by Ahrens, and that's going to be the second out of the inning, as now Difficult position to be in, but number 2, Hope Wade, up to bat now for Ouachita. Wade has had 1 RBI and 2 at-bat appearances today. Just going to let that one go down the middle. That one's going to be a little low. Going to be ball 1. Wade, a senior from Fort Worth, Texas. That one's going to be strike right down the middle. 1-1 count. On deck for Ouachita, number 23, Shelby Smith, as Wade's going to let that one go. It's going to be ball number 2. 2-1 is the count. And she's going to swing at that one, and it's going to be a miss. 2-2 is the count with 2 outs. Game on the line here for Ouachita. And that one's hit straight up, and they're going to let that one fall, and Wade is going to go to first. And up to bat now for Ouachita is number 10, Kekahuna Fernandez, freshman, making her first appearance today. She will be pinch hitting for Smith.
Hernandez from just up the road in Hawaii.
Yep, not too far from here. Well, Monticello and their staff having a little conversation with.
Yeah, you don't know a lot about the batter, and so the coach is going to come out and kind of get a strategy. It's not like you have a scouting report on a pinch hitter who's not had a lot of at-bats, and so come out and make sure everybody's on the same page.
Well, we have a score update for the Ouachita men's basketball semifinals. And this could possibly be our last score update of the game. Ouachita leads 64-63 with 2:16 remaining in the game as Arkansas Tech has some free throws here. And Fernandez's hit goes right to the outfield, and a phenomenal hit right out of the gate. First at-bat action of the day, first pitch, and a great hit.
So Fernandez, that's how you pinch hit, man. That's Chris. That's exactly why a pinch hitter gets put in, and so now Aaron Williams comes to the plate with a chance to extend this one to the next batter.
That will be her third hit on the season. In just her third game. Or excuse me, her fourth game.
Big spot for Aaron Williams. She's hit well this year. Comes up in a spot to cut this lead to 1.
Williams hits it straight up. And Old House gets up under it. And that's going to be the conclusion of this game. So Ouachita falls 0-2 in their series battle against Arkansas Monticello. There will be a third game of this series tomorrow. Also will be on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, as it is here at home at Sully Anderson Field, the third and final game of the Monticello series. Well, thank you for tuning in. I'm Chris Gay, and I'm joined by Chris Babb. And thank you for tuning in, and thank you everybody here working, the OSDN crew. Great job by everybody. And but again, thank you for tuning in, and go Tigers.
Is it going to be an inside the